Rajendra Prasad was the first President of the Republic of India. An Indian political leader, lawyer by training, Prasad joined the Indian National Congress during the Indian independence movement and became a major leader from the region of Bihar. A supporter of Mahatma Gandhi, Prasad was imprisoned by British authorities during the Salt Satyagraha of 1931 and the Quit India movement of 1942. Prasad served one term as President of the Indian National Congress from 1934 to 1935. After the 1946 elections, Prasad served as Minister of Food and Agriculture in the central government. Upon independence in 1947, Prasad was elected President of the Constituent Assembly of India, which prepared the Constitution of India and served as its provisional parliament. When India became a republic in 1950, Prasad was elected its first president by the Constituent Assembly. Following the general election of 1951, he was elected president by the Electoral College of the First Parliament of India and its state legislatures. As president, Prasad established a tradition of non-partisanship and independence for the office-bearer, and retired from Congress party politics. Although a ceremonial head of state, Prasad encouraged the development of education in India and advised the Nehru government on several occasions. In 1957, Prasad was re-elected to the presidency, becoming the only president to have been twice the office. Early life: Rajendra Prasad was a Khyazda and born in Zaradai, in the Siwan district of Bihar near Chhapra. His father Madhav Sahai was a scholar of both the Persian and Sanskrit languages, while his mother, Kamleshwari Devi, was a religious woman who would tell stories from the Ramayana to her son. Student life: when Prasad was 5 years old, his parents placed him under the tutelage of a Maulavi, an accomplished Muslim scholar, to learn the Persian language, Hindi and arithmetic. After the completion of traditional elementary education, he was sent to the Chhapra district school and at a small age of 12, he was married to Javanshi Devi. He, along with his elder brother Mahendra Prasad, then went to study at T.K. Oshi's Academy in Patna for a period of 2 years. He secured first in the entrance examination to the University of Calcutta and was awarded Rs30 per month as a scholarship. He joined the Presidency College, Calcutta in 1902, initially as a science student. He passed intermediate level classes then called as FA under the University of Calcutta in March 1904. He was a great scholar. It can be proved from the comment of an examiner who wrote on his answer sheet, "Examinee is better than examiner." Later he decided to focus on the arts and did his M.A. in economics with first division from the University of Calcutta in December 1907. There he lived with his brother in the Eden Hindu hostel. A devoted student as well as a public activist, he was an active member of the Dawn Society. It was due to his sense of duty towards his family and education that he refused to join Servants of India Society. Rajendra Prasad was instrumental in the formation of the Bihari Students' Conference in 1906 in the hall of the Patna College. It was the first organization of its kind in India and produced some of the eminent leader of Bihar like Dr. Anugrah Narayan Sinha, Sri Krishna Singh and Sri Deep Narayan Singh. Career: as a teacher, Rajendra Prasad served in various educational institutions as a teacher. After completing his M.A. in economics, he became a professor of English at the Langat Singh College of Muzaffarpur and went on to become the principal. However, later on he left the college for his legal studies. In 1909, while pursuing his law studies in Kolkata, he also worked as professor of economics at Calcutta City College. In 1915, Prasad appeared in the examination of Masters in Law, passed the examination and won a gold medal. He completed his doctorate in law from Allahabad University in 1937. As a lawyer, in the year 1916, he joined the High Court of Bihar under Daisha. Later in the year 1917, he was appointed as one of the first members of the Senate and Syndicate of the Patna University. He also used to practice law at Pagalpur, the famous silk town of Bihar. Role in the independence movement. Prasad had formally joined the Indian National Congress way back in the year 1911. During the Lucknow session of Indian National Congress held in 1916, he met Mahatma Gandhi. During one of the fact-finding missions at Champaran, Mahatma Gandhi asked him to come with his volunteers. He was so greatly moved by the dedication, courage, and conviction of Mahatma Gandhi that as soon as the motion of non-cooperation was passed by Indian National Congress in 1920, he retired his lucrative career of lawyer as well as his duties in the university to aid the movement. He also responded to the call by Gandhi to boycott Western educational establishments by asking his son, Rajendra Prasad, to drop out of his studies and enroll himself in Bihar Vidyapeeth, an institution he along with his colleagues founded on the traditional Indian model. During the course of the independent movement, he interacted with Dr. Rahul Sankrityanan, a writer, and polymath. Rahul Sankrityanan was greatly influenced by Prasad's intellectual prowess, finding him to be a guide and guru. In many of his articles he mentioned about his meeting with Sankrityanan and narrated about their meetings. He wrote articles for the revolutionary publication Searchlight and the Desh and collected funds for these papers. He toured widely, explaining, lecturing, and exhorting the principles of the independence movement. He took an active role in helping the affected people during the 1914 floods that struck Bihar and Bengal. When an earthquake affected Bihar on January 15, 1934, Prasad was in jail. During that period, he passed on the relief work to his close colleague Anugrah Narayan Sinha. He was released 2 days later and set up Bihar Central Relief Committee on January 17, 1934, and took the task of raising funds to help the people himself. During May 31, 1935, quite an earthquake, when he was forbidden to leave the country due to government's order, he set up Quetta Central Relief Committee in Sindh and Punjab under his own presidency. He was elected as the president of the Indian National Congress during the Bombay session in October 1934. He again became the president when Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose resigned in 1939. On August 8, 1942, Congress passed the Quit India Resolution in Bombay, which led to the arrest of many Indian leaders. He was arrested from Sadat Ashram, Patna and sent to Bankipur Central Jail. After remaining incarcerated for nearly 3 years, he was released on June 15, 1945. After the formation of interim government of 12 nominated ministers under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru on September 2, 1946, he got the Food and Agriculture Department. Later, he was elected the President of Constituent Assembly on December 11, 1946. Again on November 17, 1947 he became Congress President for a third time after Jivatram Kripalani submitted resignation. 2.5 years after independence, on January 26, 1950, the Constitution of Independent India was ratified and Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected the nation's first president. He served as the President of Constituent Assembly. Prasad acted independently of politics, following the expected role of the president as per the constitution. Following the tussle over the enactment of the Hindu Code Bill, he took a more active role in state affairs. In 1962, after serving 12 years as the president, he announced his decision to retire. After relinquishing the office of the President of India on May 1962, he returned to Patna on May 14, 1962 and preferred to stay in the campus of Bihar Vidyapeeth. He was subsequently awarded the Bharat Ratna, the nation's highest civilian award. He died on February 28, 1963. Rajendra Smriti Sangrahalaya in Patna is dedicated to him. Literary contributions: Satyagraha at Champaran, India Divided, Atmakatha, his autobiography written during his 3-year prison term in Bankipur jail, Mahatma Gandhi and Bihar, Some Reminiscences, Bapu K. Kadman Mine, Since Independence, Bharatiya Shiksha, References. Further reading: Rajendra Prasad, First President of India, by Kewalram Lalchand Punjabi. Published by Macmillan, 1960. Rajendra Prasad, 12 Years of Triumph and Despair, by Rajendra Lal Handa. Published by Sterling Publishers, 1979. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Correspondence and Select Documents, by Rajendra Prasad, Varmkichuteri. Published by Allied Publishers, 1984. ISBN 81-7023-002-0. Excerpts: Dr. Rajendra Prasad by India Parliament. Lok Sabha. Published by Lok Sabha Secretariat, 1990. Rajendra Prasad and the Indian Freedom Struggle, 1917–1947, by Nirmal Kumar. Published by Patriot Publishers, 1991. ISBN 81-7050-128-8. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Political Thinkers of Modern India, by V. Grover. Published by Deep and Deep Publications, 1993. First Citizens of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad to Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma, Profile and Bibliography, by A. B. Kali. Published by Reliance Pub. House, 1995. ISBN 81-85972-71-0. External links. Nation remembers Rajendra Prasad on 125th birth anniversary. Tributes to First President on 124th birth anniversary. Stamp of Dr. Rajendra Prasad released by India Post. Works by or about Rajendra Prasad in libraries. 1.